What's unique about the study? Is it more reliable than earlier research?
One of the key uniquenesses is this is a population-based sample, okay? Now, people will probably be like, well, what difference does that make, and what is that, right? Meaning, like, most of what we've known about the children of same-sex households has come from very small samples, studies of 33 kids, 44 kids, 78 kids, and it's just harder to detect statistically significant differences when you're talking about double-digit numbers, especially small double-digit numbers. And the sampling source, right? The most famous study, ongoing study of children of lesbians is from the National Longitudinal Lesbian Family Study. It's been going on for 17 years, which is impressive for any study. But they started out by recruiting people actively by posting flyers in lesbian bookstores in San Francisco, New York, and Washington. Or Boston, one of those. Not exactly the way to get a random sample of the population. So you wouldn't be in the study if you hadn't frequented those places or known somebody who has, or be connected socially to someone who has. And those are sort of well-to-do areas on average, right? So that study clearly has above average educated people, parents and children, more well-to-do, more socially connected, most likely. So it's biased in some ways towards those ends, right? Again, it's an accomplishment to run a study for that long, but it's not an unbiased sample, right? It's certainly not a random sample. We did a random sample of the entire American population. So there's been some demographers who have talked about gay parents out there, and where are they, right? And so one of the things they claim is there's a lot of them in what we'd call red states, right? Very middle America, San Antonio, Memphis, Orlando, wherever there's higher than average fertility is where you're probably going to find more gay parents than on the coasts, actually. But they haven't been in these studies, really. I mean, the most famous studies have been coastal, right? So we looked at all of America. So it's a population-based sample. It's very large. We have 175 people who said their mother had a same-sex relationship, 73 who said their father had a same-sex relationship, much larger than previous samples, which were, like I said, 33, 44, maybe 78. So it's largely a function of sampling and sample size that's the unique thing here. And our population didn't really know what we were after. It's not like they didn't know they were being studied for this particular purpose, right? So if you're enrolling in a study, people are looking for lesbian mothers or couples who are interested in enrolling in a study about parenting, well, you're being watched, right? Potentially for a while. So I'm not going to say their answers are biased, but it could be prone to be that way, right? So certainly what would be nice to do is to sort of do some method variance. Let's talk to a variety of people, a cross-section of Americans about their household experiences. Let's talk to young adults rather than to the parents themselves, right? A lot of these studies have sort of asked parents about parenting questions. Well, let's talk to the kids, right? Let's wait until some of them have moved out of the house and can reflect upon it. So that's what we did.